Hello everybody, Danny OpplundTest here. Welcome back to Minecraft Finished Cookie Monster Shig, and specifically MRS Season 4, Episode 4, Part 2. Today we finally have the video where I am completing the auto wheat farm. Even though technically it is semi-automatic, I still have to plant all the seeds. But yes, we're finally back and we're finally doing that. It's about damn time. I've had a hell of a lot go on, just mentally, emotionally, and just sleep-wise and health-wise and all this other stuff going on. Just various things happened in sequence, and it just wasn't really good for me to record anything or do anything, unfortunately. Plus, I was having a bit of motivation issues and other things because my computer is starting to have this thing where it wants to lag with 720p gameplay. And it also is acting as if half the time it can't handle 1080p video anymore, which is Bolshevik because, of course, it has 12 gigs of RAM and an AMD A10 APU. That said, though, that is, you know, it's a 6-year-old computer and stuff, but I just feel like it shouldn't be acting like this so soon, especially considering the power in it doesn't warrant that. So just because of that, I've been running into a lot of issues, and I'm not sure really if I should continue to make videos if my computer is gonna harass me for it. That said, I've also had some motivational issues, and I've recently discovered with that kind of weird hiatus unannounced is that my lack of motivation really is coming right now from the fact that I'm slow at pretty much every single thing I do in my life. I'm so intensely slow at everything. Like, this itself took me 2.5 hours to do, when normally it takes a normal person about 30 minutes to complete this task. It took me 2.5 hours, and it was very tedious. And if I don't include what you'll see in near the end, what happened, which didn't make any sense, then it probably would have taken more like 2 hours. But it still is way over the amount that it should have taken me to do this. And that is really intensely demotivating for me, whether it's in real life things or, you know, recording videos or anything else. So for me, I kind of came to realize that survival just isn't something I'm willing to spend much time on anymore, because it takes me so long to do such basic tasks, and it's so incredibly agitating and demotivating and just everything else. It just makes me feel like, what's the point of doing it? So from now on this channel, I'm probably just gonna do any kind of creative series, maybe an adventure map, or of course plenty of Minecraft mini games. Of course, live streams is definitely going to be a focal point, I think, going forward with OpplundTest, because survival just is starting to wear on me, and that's the thing, is it shouldn't wear on somebody if they're really enjoying it. I do enjoy it until I start doing different tasks to achieve things, because it takes me so long, as I already said, but I've digressed long enough on that point. So unfortunately, I think this is going to be the last episode of MRS, possibly ever, because of that. Unfortunately, and possibly you've already seen the last episode, which is the first episode of, well, at least on this channel, of Void's Wrath, unfortunately. Although I am considering continuing that if I make it into more of a fun, casual, creative series, because then at least I can give myself a gimme, use creative mode, and just come up with random inventive things to do with it, rather than just simply, you know, cheating myself things, which I've always kind of been interested in trying out and doing. But nevertheless, so to this video, as you can see, I am currently making that semi-automatic wheat farm, and it's going well so far. Yes, indeed. So you might notice that obviously the first, what really was about 1.5 hours of this set of recordings, although it's only going to be probably like, it looks like the first 4.5, 5 minutes of this video, which have already passed, I was just in survival. I guess it's a little more than that. I was only going with survival mode, but I eventually started going out frequently into creative mode. Oh yeah, by the way, that I should mention. Remember how I couldn't do that and I couldn't turn off the rain or anything like that in MRS? Well, there's a fancy little simple program that was created just for these cases where you accidentally didn't allow cheats in your world, or you did allow cheats accidentally, you didn't want that. It just allows you to edit the save files of Minecraft games. And so for me, that's exactly what I did with MRS. So I could finally turn off the goddamn rain. I don't mind the rain so much, but it just makes my computer lag more. It makes the recording software have more of a fit because of my computer being an old hunchback, decaying away slowly apparently. And on top of that, you know, if you're recording, yeah, they're gonna have fits with each other. Just because it's kind of like with live streams with Minecraft when it rains. So yeah, I'm able to do that now because I edited the save file so I could finally do cheats. Not that that necessarily matters anymore, unfortunately. However, I could potentially change this to be a creative-based survival series, or just a creative series from here on out if I wanted to. I thought about it, but it doesn't feel quite right for MRS, just because I have the horses, you know, I have Arvidas and all that, and I don't know, I just feel like that's a very survivalist thing to have. But if you're gonna have horses, you might as well play survival, you know. If you're gonna mine, you might as well do that. And this world's great for mining because of how the resources were randomized, and how much there is of some and how little there is of others, and how high or low they are. But long story short, that's basically my ramble for this episode. So yeah, I wish I could say something more exciting or something. I don't really have any good news in that regard, unfortunately, but that is what it is, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, whichever one that may be, or live stream. Stay safe, stay fluffy, have a great night now wherever you are, and I hope to see you in the next video.